What's up? It's Flau'jae, aka Big Foe, aka the biggest foe, and I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard.
It ain't my fault. I sent that check, I got respect. It ain't my fault. I just hopped up off a jet. It ain't my.
All right, so we got the one and only Flau'jae jumping off the porch with us today. Yeah. Welcome.
Well, thank you for having me.
Nah, no problem. Like we were just discussing off camera, this is long overdue.
I know, long time coming. We've been supposed to make this happen.
Yeah.
Perfect timing though, perfect timing.
Hey, that's what I always say.
Yeah.
Perfect timing. So first off, how are you feeling today?
I feel good. I just ate some JJ's. Been in Atlanta.
That's the thing to do when you're in Atlanta.
JJ, straight to JJ. No doubt.
Yeah. What else you got planned while you're in the city? Or are you in and out with it? Or?
Yeah, no, I'm about to go back to BR for a little bit, but I got some writing camps, got some shows and stuff, so I'm gonna be doing a lot of traveling. I won't just be here.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm sure with the season over now, you really get to lock in with your music. Then,
yeah,
right?
yeah, get a little bit of time to breathe, you know what I mean? Sometimes I feel like I'm not doing nothing because, you know, when I'm in season, everything is and now it's just like a lot of time, so it's cool.
Yeah, I was always curious, like, how do you balance all that? Not only playing basketball, you're going to school as well, trying to do the music, you know, that's a lot for anyone to handle.
Man, it's so hard, but it's not impossible. And I think you just gotta have good time management skills. Like, you gotta be able to manage your time and do what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it, and you'll be fine. That's what I think. Like, I think my time management skills and just being disciplined has gotten me where I'm at right now.
No, that's very true. Yeah. All right, so let's take it back. So you're from Savannah.
Yep.
Just talk about your experience coming up in Savannah.
Savannah's a wild city, but like I had a good childhood there, despite everything. You know, with my dad, like it's hard growing up there. Yeah. It's kind of a city that you kind of fight to get out of. But I've always been proud to rep my city. Like everybody know I'm from Savannah, Georgia. I'm from Savannah, Georgia. They always try to say, oh, just say you from Atlanta. No, bro, I'm from Savannah, Georgia. Like, and I rep it all the way to the fullest, cause like that's what my daddy did, and that's what I want to do. I want to continue his legacy like that.
Absolutely, yeah. He definitely put Savannah on the map as far as rap music.
Big
that
time.
is for sure.
Big time. Yeah.
So, like, what were some of your hobbies coming up? Like, were you always into basketball? Were you always doing music? Or?
Man, I was into everything. Like, coming up, I was into everything. I like to take pictures. I like to be outside. I like to build stuff. Like, I was just always doing stuff. Music and basketball, that was something I always did. Once I found out my dad was a rapper, I was like, yeah, I want to rap. Like, that's what I'm going to do. And then basketball is just like, I've always had a basketball in my hands, like, ever since I was young. And I always wanted to play, and I always played with the little boys because they never had a girl team. Like,
oh, for real?
Yeah, back then they didn't have a girl team, so I just played with the boys and was doing that my whole childhood. But I was always making music. I was actually in a little group called VHK. I was like 7. Like, it was just a little neighborhood fun group, but that's how I was really introduced to music.
Do you remember the moment when you found out that your dad was a rapper then?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really remember the moment, but like I just remember being really young. Somebody told me like, your dad was a rapper, like, you know what I'm saying, like famous rapper. And I was like, for real? And I went and digged, and you know, I always kind of knew, but I didn't know to the extent until I could really comprehend what was going on. And that's when I figured it, found out.
So when you started doing your research, what'd you think? Like, oh wait, hold on, my dad was lit.
I was like, bro, I'm gonna be just like this. That was like literally I was like, I'm gonna be just like this. And like, for me, it was just wanting to do music. And I always loved music, even as a young child, but now that I had some type of like connection to it, I felt like this is what I have to do. Like, this is what I should be doing with my life. Yeah. For sure.
And what was your mom's reaction and your family's reaction? Were they supportive of it at first?
My mom, at first, she was like, nah, like, you ain't rapping. Especially like with my dad, you know, getting killed and stuff, she was just like, I don't want you in that world. Like, I don't even want you around that. But my uncle, he was like, just let her do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, every year they throw my dad a party, and like, I was like, I want to perform at the party. You know what I'm saying? Just to celebrate him. She let me do it. Then they put the performance on YouTube, and it kind of like went viral in the city, and I started getting booked for birthday parties and stuff like that. She was like, oh wow, this could be something. Like, yeah.
How old were you at the time?
When I was 8. I think I was 8.
Wait,
yeah.
You was getting booked at 8 years old?
Well, that was my first show, so.
No, I'm saying afterwards, like you
started
booking you,
I was booked for sure, yeah. Like kid parties around the city, like I went on tour with Mindless Behavior and the OMG Girls when that was a thing, and I've been around for a little while.
Yeah. So like, did you fall in love with it right away? Like,
I loved
I
it.
know this is what I need to be doing.
I loved it. I like being on the big stage. I like being, I like performing. Like, that's what I do. I think, like, out of everything I do, like, I'm a performer. Like, even on the basketball court, like, I perform. So I think for me, it was just that being that, like, that energy. And then when I got more into it and I started making music and I was able to create and I was able to rap and write, like, kind of took my artistry to a whole nother level, because it was like, I really can do this.
Yeah. At what point did you start actually like recording music and putting it out then?
Man. Well, I did like, I recorded my first EP when I was like 8. It was called Y'all Know Flau'jae, and I had like 7 or 8 songs on it. And that, we kind of was just like pushing that through the city, and I was going to radio shows, and like they was messing with me off the strength of my daddy, you know what I'm saying? Just like trying to support me, and the city really came together. And I was making it happen for real. I was performing on all the big concerts, like when Eve and T.I. came to town, Bootsy came to town, I was opening it up, so they loved me out there.
Yeah, that's a hell of an experience for, you know.
Like, yeah, and at that point, I was like 10 years old at that point. So I'm doing this and then going back to school. It was lit.
Yeah. So how do you end up on the rap game then?
So the rap game, I had, I seen the show because season 1 came on, and it was Lotto, and it was Lil Nico, and it was, who else was it? Was it Jayla Marie? And I was like, bro, I need to get on this show. Like, what, it's kids rapping, like, that's what I do, that's me, I need to get on that show. So my mama, I think she hit my Uncle Boots, like, bro, we need to get Flau'jae on this show, bro, like, she need this. And if you ever talk to my mom, that's exactly how she talk, like, we need this to get on this show, Bootsy. And I was like, and then they actually called, and then we did an interview with them, and I really wasn't supposed to make it on the show. Somebody was in front of me, but I guess something happened where they dropped out or something, and they was like, yeah, Flau'jae, won't you be on the show? And since then, like, my life ain't been the same since the rap game.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
it changed forever.
And that was filmed here in Atlanta, right?
Yeah, right in Atlanta.
Okay.
It's actually, I don't know if you know, Kai's, the AMP house.
Yeah.
That's where the rap game was filmed at.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, people don't really know that, but I seen it. I was like, that's the rap game house.
Huh. So what was that experience like coming to Atlanta and filming the show then?
Man, it was amazing. I think I had already lived in Atlanta, so it was kind of just me going down the street and you know, filming, and we couldn't leave the house. It was hard though. Like, as a kid, that was a hard thing to do. That's why I really learned how to work long hours and not be complaining and all of that, because it was hard.
Yeah. And what was your relationship like with the other contestants on the show?
Man, I love them. Like, we grew so much. Like, me and King Roscoe, like, we still tight because that's where he live in Atlanta, and we go to each other's house and he come to the studio and all of that. But me and Roscoe, like, we're so cool to this day. Like, that's my brother. But everybody from that show, like, I'm cool with, like, D. Trinata, you know, everybody. They doing their thing.
Yeah. Did you feel like you should have won?
Nah, I'm gonna keep it real. I wasn't ready yet.
No.
Nova won, and he was definitely supposed to win that season. I mean, he was incredible. Looking back at it, that was a stepping stool for me. You know, like, that was a learning process and a learning curve for me, because it was so much that I didn't know about music going into that house. And after I lost, it like stuck a fire in me, because it was like, I need to get better. You know what I'm saying? And I went in a room for like a month, and I was writing every day in my notepad. Like, I was just writing every day. Like, it didn't matter what I wrote. It was just like, I just made sure I wrote. And a couple months later, we got a call from America's Got Talent, and they was like, we want you on the show. And I was like, man, that's like God, because it's like, if I would have won that show, I would have never been on America's Got Talent, because I would have been with JD and Social Whatever doing this thing, that I probably would have missed out on this opportunity. And if I would have won that show, I wouldn't have been so mad and crying that I would have went home and wrote for a month straight. I wouldn't have did it, you know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't be ready for that opportunity. Yeah. That's why I say it's like a learning curve, like a learning opportunity.
Yeah, and that performance is so, like, it's
powerful.
Epic. It was viral. I think I posted on the DGB IG page at the time. Yeah. It went crazy.
It went crazy. Oh, yeah. I'm so glad I did that song, Guns Down, just to honor my father, because my mom was like, bro, you got to go up there and say something like, no black little girl about to go on America's Got Talent, and you know what I'm saying, and just perform like that. Like, you got to do something meaningful. It's like if you look at the other hip hop artists, they go out there and do some funny, corny stuff. Like she was like, take Savannah to America's Got Talent. You know what I'm saying? Take the streets to America's Got Talent. And I did that, and I told that story, and the best decision I've ever made, for sure.
So was that a song you wrote specifically to perform there, or was that a song you had already written?
Yeah, I wrote it specifically because I wrote some, and it was like a little turned up song, and my mom was like, nah, this ain't gonna cut it. Like, she made me go back in there. I wrote that. She was like, wow. And that really embarked my journey of artistry. That's why I tell people, I don't think I didn't become a real artist until I was really 13, 14, because that's when I really started putting the pen down and really making music and writing.
So talk about the experience of actually performing the song in front of all those people, considering how personal the song is for you.
Oh, I could have died on that stage. I was so nervous, brother. I could have fell right out. You get to a point where you don't even remember the lyrics no more. You're so nervous. I'm 14 years old. I'm like, mama, get me out the stage. I was so nervous. You look at the clip, I'm like shaking and crying. I could barely talk. So just being able to do that, I feel like that was just me being, it was supposed to be my moment, and it happened. Like, I was just ready for the moment. And I think for real, on that show, a star was born. Like, Simon, he came to the back, got up, hugged me, and was like, Flau'jae, like, you're gonna be a superstar. Like, and once he told me that, like, it was over with. Nobody else could tell me anything. Like, I went back to the school, I'm like, I'm a superstar. Like, figure it out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's what I needed in order to, like, get that confidence that you need as an artist to propel you to that next level. Yeah. Because, like, if you don't have confidence, like, you know, walk you right out the door.
Yeah. When you first finished the performance, like, how are you feeling? Do you feel like it's going to get a good reception, or were you kind of nervous how they were going to respond, or?
I didn't really care. But sometimes you know when you captivating a crowd. You know what I'm saying? And I never really, every time I perform, I look at everybody's faces, like, and I'm like, nah, I hope they feeling this. Like, but that energy that's just being pushed from you to me to me to you, like, that's something that you can't fake. So when you kind of like snatch a crowd up and you got them in the palm of your hands, like, it's the best feeling ever.
I could imagine.
You never want to go to a show where folks out of tune and they turn around looking at their phone and they who coming up. No, you don't want to be that person, and I never wanted to be that person. So I just know how to get attention. You know what I'm saying? I know how to command it.
Yeah. So you mentioned going back to school afterwards. Like, what was that like? I'm sure every kid was running up to you.
Yeah. No, I had to get homeschooled. So I was homeschooled since the rap game. Okay. Because you know the long hours we had to film, and I never went back to school regular until my senior year. So I ain't go to high school. I'm back at school. I'm like, yeah, nah, this ain't gonna work. Like, I don't even know where to go. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so I kind of did like this hybrid deal where I went to school some days, and then some days I didn't, and didn't have class on this day, so I ain't had to go. Yeah. But yeah, I wasn't really feeling school because I was out the loop for so long that when I came back, I'm like, this lame. Like, I was doing grown people stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I come back to school and I'm like, this ain't talking about nothing. Then my PE teacher, my weight teacher, what was his name? Ooh, man. I think his name was Stills. Man, he tried to make me come back to school doing power cleans and all of this, weight training coach. I'm like, bro, I'm not doing this. He started giving me zeros on attendance because I'm in there and I'm not doing the weight training. So I was like, yeah, this ain't for me. And it was like, I wasn't doing that because like I was a McDonald's All-American at the time. Like, these are football people workout plans. Like, I'm not doing this. You got me doing, like, no. So I wasn't feeling high school, but I did love my school though, because I came and turned it up at Spurberry. It was crazy. It was crazy. Stills, it was Stills. It was you. It was you.
You think he's still coaching there today?
I don't care. It's up with Stills. I ain't gonna lie. Well, we got beef forever for that one. But nah, he probably still at Spurberry. We gotta get good though. Like, we gotta get good. I gotta send some of my folks through Spurberry. The legacy can't die with Big Four. Like, I'm the all-time scoring leader there. Somebody gotta break it. Somebody gotta break it.
Yeah. So All-American in high school.
Yeah.
Sure, you're getting offers from pretty much every college, right?
Everybody, yeah. Except for like, I never got an offer from UCONN or like South Carolina. I never got those two. But nah, I was definitely on the road. Like, I did the McDonald's, right? And then I did Jordan, Classic, and I did Slam MVP, and then I did all of that. And at that point, I was like, I don't want to do music no more. Like, I just want to hoop. Like, I'm working every day, 3-4 workouts a day, and I'm like, bro, I'm trying to hoop. I ain't with all this. My mom was like, no, Flaw, you want to do both. So credit to her, because she the reason I do both, because I didn't want to. I was in high school playing, but I was turned. She's like, you want to do both. Like, I had a shoe deal in high school, like, so I was like, I'm not worried about no music. Like,
No, I'm getting paid.
so I'm glad I stuck with both, though, for sure.
Did you feel any type of way about not getting those offers from UConn and South Carolina then, or?
Yeah, I mean, like, as a competitor, like, because I wanted to stay in, like, the Georgia area, in the South Carolina, South Carolina, because, like, that's across the bridge from Savannah, and I always wanted my family to come be able to see me play. And UConn, like, that's just one of the schools you just want to get an offer from.
School,
yeah, like, I wasn't gonna never go to UConn, but I just wanted the UConn, and I never got it. So hopefully we get a chance to play UConn.
So why LSU? Why did you choose LSU out of all the offers then?
I chose LSU because they allowed me to be me, and their brand just aligned with my brand so much. Like, LSU is recognized. Like, you can go to France and you're gonna see some LSU stuff out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's the most known college brand in the world, I believe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so iconic. And I was, bro, with this brand and my skills and my music, like, it could only go up for me. And I made the right choice. I mean, you know, we won the national championship my first year, so
Yep.
I felt like I made the right decision.
Yeah. What was that experience like in the first year there, even before you won the championship?
It was crazy, like, just coming to campus, like, just fitting in, trying to be, like, understand what's going on. Like, I was so focused, though. Like, I ain't do nothing my freshman year. Even this year, I ain't do nothing. Like, just super focused, dialed in. Like, this year, my junior year, I plan to be, like, outside and on campus more, because I'm trying to see what the vibes is, you know. But I definitely gotta be outside more. But LSU fun though. But I've been so locked in, like, I can't even tell you what you really can do at LSU. Like, I go from the gym to my bed, sometimes study hall, back to the gym. Like, so that's kind of how that is. But college itself, beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, beautiful experience.
So how rewarding is it when you guys win the national championship? Like you said, your freshman year.
It's everything. Like, we win the championship, get them rings. I went on tour for the summer. It's crazy. That was insane. Like, definitely a feeling that I won again. Came up short this year. Sick to my stomach. I ain't eat for a couple days. I couldn't do nothing. I ain't want to make music. I ain't want to talk to nobody. Like, oh, after that loss, like, Travis Scott came to campus. Travis Scott came, and Michael Rubin, and I ain't even go.
You didn't even go?
I was so sick to my stomach. They talking about Travis here. We just lost, bro. Like, I don't care about nothing. Like, come on, bro. Like, so, like, yeah, that's where I was at. Coming off that national championship, and then you only make it to the Elite Eight. Like, it's like, ugh. But that's what basketball about. You know what I'm saying? You got to lose to know how to win.
Yeah, and the game that you guys played in the Elite Eight is one of the most viewed women's college basketball games of all time.
Facts. And I knocked them off, so hopefully I'm trying to come back in that tournament next year and do some damage.
So you are coming back next year?
Oh yeah, I'm coming back. I got I think this year I'll be eligible for the draft maybe, so see how it goes from there.
Okay. I didn't realize, I thought you could go after the second year, but I guess it's
Nah, WNBA different. You got to be like turning 22 or something like that.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's different rules for the girls.
Okay. So, like, feel like you guys gonna win it this upcoming year then?
Yeah, I mean, we got the pieces. We got, like, experience. We just got to continue to put the work in and, you know, figure out how our team gonna be, transfer portal and all of that. Like, we're not done, so we just got to see how it's gonna go.
Yeah. And the last time we had you scheduled, you were supposed to come here, but you ended up going to the White House.
Yeah.
So what was that? You know, talk about that experience going up there.
The White House was cool. Like, it was a good experience. I'll say just being there and just seeing the White House things coming from Savannah. You literally get to be in the White House and shake hands with the president and talk to the vice president. Like, that's not an everyday thing, you know what I mean? So it was definitely an honor to be recognized in that setting. Yeah,
Weren't y'all making TikToks and
Oh, I was turned up. I had got my pantsuit, flew from overseas and all type of stuff. I had the stars in my suit. It was so nice. I definitely enjoyed the White House.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the new single, Ain't My Fault.
Yeah, it ain't my fault.
Yeah. Talk about the creative process into this song.
Yeah, I recorded that song probably like a year ago.
Oh, really?
And I really didn't really mess with it like that. Like, I was like, you know, I rap. So, like, anything boppy, I was like, sound too radio for me. And then my team was like, no, this is it. Like, you need to drop this. And then it was like, and then met my boy, NLE Choppa. He came to LSU after we won the championship. He was like, told me and Angel, he was like, can I be in my video, my champion video? And I was like, bet, but like, if I do your video, let me get a feature.
That was the trade, huh?
And a video. And he was like, bet, and we made it happen. He actually stood on his word. That's why I like Choppa though, cause he real solid. Like, he said he was gonna do it, he did it, came and shot the video, no problem. And so just having that record with him, for me, I knew that, you know, me coming into the rap game, you know, fresh new artist, fresh new face, having that feature with him was just gonna be big for me as far as like just streaming and things like that.
Yeah.
And we actually had a real connection, you know what I'm saying, with the record. You know what I'm saying? I saw him a couple times and he was like, Fly, I love what you're doing. Like, I just wanna help you. Like, I wanna see you win. So this record, Ain't My Fault, has been super impactful for helping my career go to the next level. I'm ready to drop it on my new project. Like, I'm ready for my new project to drop. Surrounded Ain't My Fault. Like,
Okay.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it looked like you guys had a lot of fun shooting the music video too.
Yeah, it was lit. It was lit. We had. There was a little house party vibe. It was cool. Yeah.
Looked like a real college party. you
Yeah,
know?
no, that was okay. That was what it was supposed to be. That's how it was.
And how's the feedback been? Look like fans loving this
Yeah,
too.
they love it, bro. They all tell me like, bro, this song right here is on repeat. I'm like, okay, okay, I like that. We're gonna keep pushing it though. Keep pushing it, keep riding it. We're gonna keep dropping. We ain't gonna stop dropping and just building my catalog.
Yeah. And the song was produced by Fatboi, who I know you've been working with him for a while.
Yeah.
Who also worked really close with your father.
Yeah.
So talk about that connection.
Yeah, me and Fatboi, we kind of just kept our relationship. He stayed in contact with me, and my mom really reached out to him and G when I started doing music, because those two worked with my dad when he was doing music. So she reached out to them, and you know, Fatboi just always sent me beats, produced for me. G always made sure my music business was straight, make sure I got registered, all of that. Ever since I was 7, 8 years old. So they've been with me for a long time, like for real.
And I'm sure they share stories about your father with you too.
Yeah, they do. I love hearing them stories. Fatboi actually produced Guns Down that I did
Yep.
on the show. Right? Yep. So, you know, it's real close over here.
Yeah, and he's a legendary producer in his own right
But
too.
he did Nicki Minaj, Gucci Mane, Wasted, all of that. Like he one of the ones.
Oh, yeah.
We got some records coming out. Yeah, for sure.
They gonna be on the new project?
Not on this one.
Okay.
Probably on my album.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
So what can you tell us about the next project that you're about to drop
The
there?
next project is called Best of Both Worlds. And just felt that title was fitting, you know what I'm saying?
I think it's self-explanatory.
You know what I'm
right?
saying? Like, but what does Best of Both Worlds mean? It's kind of just me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, really, I got the best of both worlds, and I'm showing you, like, you know what I'm saying? And I can only show you the music on this EP, but I can show you for real on the court, you know what I'm saying? So, just showing that I got the best of both worlds, and anything that I want, I can do.
Yeah.
Anything. And this project different though. It's so different. The songs are different. We got a big feature on it. Oh my God. Huge feature. Got some remixes.
Sounds like you want to tell us who this feature is.
I do, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to, you know, but I can't. And then, like, it's just beautiful. It's beautiful music. Like, it's a song called Damage on it, and I'm like kind of singing on it. It's beautiful. The outro, Who Really Make It, is crazy. Pop It, which is gonna be my single, Insane. So I'm super excited, bro. I can't lie.
Is it gonna be like a lot of different vibes on here?
Yeah, it's so versatile. Like, it's so versatile. I got some songs that I kind of already dropped on there too. Karma, Perfect Timing, Ain't My Fault. But the other 5 are new, spanking, brand new, and y'all gonna love them. It's a different side of folk.
Did you kind of feel like you challenged yourself on this project to kind of make some different type of records then?
Nah, I'm just real versatile. The way I make music is I never pick the same beats. Like, my music is so versatile. Like I can sing, I can rap, I can do whatever. So it kind of doesn't limit me or keep me in a box. Like I never wanted somebody to play my stuff and be like, oh no, that sounds like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's all different. And I don't try to be. It just kind of come out like that. Whatever I'm feeling at the moment is what I got to put down.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how would you describe your growth as an artist, from when you first started, when you were 8, 9
Man.
years old up until today then?
It's been exponential growth. Like it's just been going this way and it hasn't dropped down. And it's because I challenge myself and I kind of scare myself. I feel like I'm one of the best rappers to ever do it. And you know what I'm saying? If you say some things like that, you got to be able to put your pen where your mouth is. So I kind of just try to outwork my best stuff. You know what I'm saying? And just make sure my tools are sharp. It's just like basketball, shooting in the gym.
Do you feel like you get your props for being, one of the best women rappers out right now?
No, but I will. You can't really hide for too long, especially when I'm coming out of the box like that. Like, I'm coming out of the booth like that. It's like, whoa, like, what's going on over here? So I think, I just hope they got their 16s ready because I'm coming. Like, yeah, I'm coming and I'm with it all. Like, I'm a real rap head. Like, I love raps. I like rap battles. Like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody try to call me out. Like, I'm not gonna J. Cole on them. I'm gonna spit a crazy 16 back. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, I like music. Like, I like writing. I try not to consider myself as a rapper. I'm more of an artist, more of a poet. But man, like, I'm coming. I'm coming for sure. Yeah.
So is that like your creative process where you write all your records or do you punch in on some too?
Nah, usually I freestyle.
Okay.
I freestyle and then I write. But if I'm doing like freestyles, like, so say I'm doing like covers of people's songs, I just write those. Cause I want every bar to be bing, 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 bing. But if I'm just doing like a regular song, I'm a freestyle. Like, I freestyle like that, bing, 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 but it just don't be making sense. Like, it just be me mumbling words and then I hit a crazy bar and then, you know what I'm saying? But most of my songs are freestyle. You gonna hear it on the tape. And that's why I feel like my song is different, because like I rap through a whole verse, like a whole song, like 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I eat it up and switch the flow every couple of bars. Like, you know what I'm saying? So this music is just kinda different, like, for sure.
Do we got a release date or are we just gonna say this summer for the next project?
We're gonna say May.
Okay,
It's
so real soon.
Yeah, it's definitely coming out in May. Well, May 17th, but definitely May.
Okay.
I'm putting pressure on my team for the 17th.
Yeah, you just marked it to
I'm just
17,
putting that date
so
out.
yeah, look at them.
He got to pass out over here. But yeah.
So what's the current label situation like? You still independent?
Yeah, still independent. I got a distribution deal with Equity under Rock Nation, and still doing my thing, still running my label, Flau'jae Entertainment. About to start signing some artists, about to start, you know what I'm saying? So just kind of building up that business side that people don't really know about.
Yeah.
People might think I got a machine behind me, but I just got my team behind me.
So you mentioned signing some artists. Like, what would you look for in an artist if you were to sign them then?
Work ethic. That's it. Like, are you doing it by yourself? Like, what's going on? Like, what's your work ethic like in your mentality? Because you could have all the followers, you could be this, you could be that, you could be, you know what I'm saying? But if your work ethic don't match none of that and you ain't hungry, there's nothing I could do with you. Oh, I'm only around dogs, so like, you got to be a dog on the court, in the booth, whatever.
I think that.
Facts.
Yeah. Would you be open to signing with a major label?
Yeah, when the time right, and if the situation right. But I think like nowadays, like we're in a time where you could be your own boss and you don't even really need anybody. You can be more partners, you know what I'm saying, with the labels. And I think if I could, Master P that thing and, you know what I'm saying, there's no limit to what I could do, you know what I'm saying? So I think for me, it's just gonna be whatever's the best situation for me and my team.
Yeah, no, that's definitely true, because these days you can run it up so much independently.
I can just drop a song drop a song right now off my phone and market it, and it might blow up the next day. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, the labels do give you that extra little superstar push, but if they pay it for it, somebody else can pay for it too.
Yeah, and you already got that giant following to where it's like,
so,
what could they really do for you?
Yeah, it's not like you building me as an artist. It's gonna be, when I'm already hot, like best new artist vibes, and just taking me to that next tier where I wanna be. Cause I do feel like I don't have enough music out to be like, I'm an established artist. You know what I'm saying? But I do have the brand, I got the following, and I got people catching up like, oh, this Flau'jae, like, and they going to listen to my music, like, and that's been the best part of this journey, because at first I was more famous for my music, you know what I'm saying, than my basketball, and then I've gained more famous for my basketball than my music, and now it's kind of like leveling out. So it's beautiful to see that both of them are on the incline.
Yeah, that's funny you say that, because I remember like during your freshman year, everyone's like Flau'jae. I was like, not knowing you were a rapper.
Exactly,
either.
exactly.
I was like, what?
And then they start seeing my stuff on games, like, she signed to Jay-Z and all of this and all of them. I'm like, yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, and it gives you that giant platform to where you're in these press conferences saying, go check out Ain't My Fault.
Best of both worlds. Straight like that.
What's some goals you got set for 2024 for the rest of the year?
Man, I want to drop my project. I want to be consistent on the music, be consistent with working out, staying in great shape for basketball, coming back a better player than I was this year. I think this is my All-American season, and I just got to be consistent with that and be consistent in everything that I do. I got to set more goals. I just literally just wrote that on my goal board. Go through your 2024 goals again, because I already hit some of them. So, you know, just keeping that. It's going to be big, bro. I'm telling you. 2024, big four. It's a big year, I'm telling you. But no, really my main goal is to stay consistent, because I think with consistency, all things are possible. There's nothing you can't do when you're consistent.
Yeah. And looking ahead is like the WNBA. Is that a goal for you too?
Yeah, for sure. WNBA is a goal for me. It's just beautiful where it's at right now. You know what I'm saying? The women's sports, like.
There's more eyes than ever on the sport right now. That is for sure.
It'll only continue to become bigger and bigger. So I can't wait to be in that. But right now I'm just taking my time, being in college, you know, just living it up.
Yeah.
Like, I'm about to be 21 now, and so.
Yeah, which is crazy because, you know, so many people have been watching your career.
I know,
since you were
everybody's like, I watched you grow up, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's dope to see as well, like. But I'm so excited, like, for what the future holds. And I don't know what the future holds, but I know it's gonna be good for me. It's gonna be good to me. Every year something good to me happens. We'll see.
Did it ever get tough, like growing up in the spotlight like that?
Yeah, I hated it. Just not being able to do anything that my friends do, you know what I'm saying? Can't be in public. I'm so conscious of everything. I'm looking at everything. I'm, you know what I'm saying, just very aware. I think that if I was, you know, anybody else or another person, I'd probably be like less aware. But I'm always aware of my surroundings. I'm aware of who was around me, and you know, that's been the hardest part about being like a child star. Like, you don't really have the freedom that other people have, but having them restrictions kind of made me go into the gym more. So it just kind of worked out throughout everything.
Yeah, it's like you got so much more to lose.
Right. I have so much to lose. Like, and now I got a business. Like, I got people that works for me, and you know what I'm saying, my little brothers and my family, and you know what I'm saying. So it's a lot riding on me, but I kind of look at it as a challenge, and I kind of look at it as like a privilege to have that kind of pressure. You know?
Yeah. Would you be open to going to the Big Three if Ice Cube had offered you a deal?
For how much?
What would it take?
Throw me a number.
$2.5 million.
Up it.
So 5?
Yeah. I'll do 5.
5?
You give me 5?
Because it was for what, 5 games or 10 games, something like that?
Yes. I'm there. Like, 2 ain't gonna get me out the door. 5 will. I ain't 5 will. Yeah, I'm see like opportunities like that, like.
Yeah, like you mentioned, you're used to playing against guys anyway, so I'm sure that wouldn't be a big issue for you.
I used to be in LA Fitness against the guys.
Probably giving them buckets.
What? They trying to get me up out of there, bro. Like, nah. But yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Anything else you're working on right now that you can reveal?
What am I working on right now? Des. Yeah, really just music. I'm working on music. Get my merch out.
Okay. You got a website set up?
Yeah, Flau'jae.shop. This is on Puma.com. Y'all can go get this shirt. It's available. But now I'm just working on music. Just trying to make sure I stay consistent, promoting that, getting my old catalog out there, and everything else. Like, it's just been it's been a ride. But like, for me, I think just being consistent. Like I just said, like, I've been working on so much stuff. I'm so ready for Best of Both Worlds to drop. And I'm ready for people to take me serious, like, as an artist. Like, I'm ready for that.
Yeah. It's wild to think you're just now turning 21. Like, you're so young still.
I feel old though, like 20. Like I'm like when I turned 20, I was like, bro, like you about to be 30. Like that's old. Like I don't think people are like 20. And they say your 20s go by fast, so I'm about to turn up. Look at all the old people. Yeah.
I say that to say you got a very bright future ahead of you.
Nah, thank you. I've done so much, I kind of take it for granted or kind of forget about it sometimes that I'm not even at my prime right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know when my prime gonna be, but it's not now. And so I'm just so grateful that, you know, God gave me the ability to make this happen. Like, he put it in me. It could have been anybody, but it seemed like he gave me the vision.
Amen.
Amen.
Yeah. All right, Flau'jae, you got a shout out you'd like to give before we wrap it up?
Man, shout out. I want to give a shout out to all my folks out there in Savannah. I want to give a shout out to Timmy Bush, my Uncle Nate. Let me give a shout out to my godmama Tess. Let me give a shout out to Mahogany. Okay, but still, like, yeah, them some of the people. I know I'm missing some people, but I want to shout out my grandma Pansy, my grandma Tammy, my grandma Callie, R.I.P. my grandma Betsy, my granddaddy Sal, everybody who love and support me. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, that's it.
It ain't my fault. I sent that check, I got respect. It ain't my fault. I just hopped up off a jet. It ain't my fault.